This video is for anyone who's on the fence about buying Arc Raiders. My goal isn't to talk you out of buying it. That's not the point. My goal is to give you perspective. In this video, I'll go over 4 major deal breakers, the kinds of things you don't see in trailers or hype videos, so that you can decide whether this game is actually for you. Because if you're spending $40, you deserve to know exactly what you're getting into. So here are 4 reasons why this game might be a hard pass. If you're looking for a clean, predictable relationship between time invested and in-game progression, this game is not for you. In most games, if you put time in, the narrative progresses, you unlock more stuff, you feel good about yourself. This game is the opposite. The time that you spent playing can be forfeited immediately. Those 25 minutes that you spent topside scavenging for parts, those 10 minutes you spent adjusting your inventory, the other 5 minutes you spent going from trader to trader, gone. An hour's worth of work can disappear because someone better at the game than you or luckier than you took you out. There will be sessions where it feels like you won nothing and achieved nothing. The relationship between progression and playtime ends up looking more like this. Extreme highs coupled with extreme lows. And the only way that you can progress is to put in even more time. In a way, you're gambling every time you play, that you either know the map better, can PvP better, or are just luckier than the other people in the same game as you. Although you get skill tree progression and some consolidation spare parts, win or lose, you have to accept that you need to sink 15 to 20 hours into this game before your stash feels good enough to absorb untimely deaths. This game at times can feel like you're playing a slot machine. You're putting in time and you get some excitement and adrenaline from wins, and then you feel devastated by the losses. This game isn't something where you sit down for an hour at night, you make some progress, and you leave. It's more you sit on a roller coaster and you hope you don't fly off of it by accident. If you want to enjoy this game, you either have to PvP or be okay with the idea that other players are going to shoot you. End of story. This game is built around tension. You're somewhere you don't belong. You're holding valuable items that other players want, and you only have a limited amount of time to get out. Every moving object you see has the potential to kill you and end your run. To not participate in PvP is to not participate in the game. I'm not saying that you have to shoot at everyone you see, but if you don't expect to be shot at all, then you're in for a harsh reality check. I mean, this game encourages PvP. Let's say you want a Stitcher 4, one of the best guns in the game. To make a base level Stitcher 1, you need 8 metal parts and 4 rubber parts. To get a Stitcher 4, you need an additional 18 metal parts, 12 rubber parts, 3 mechanical components, and 2 simple gun parts. You can get metal parts from arc alloy or batteries. You get rubber parts from arc rubber or deflated footballs. You get mechanical components from metal parts and rubber parts, and you combine them in your refiner. You get simple gun parts from taking out arc or buying from, or I can kill you for it. I mean, those are the 2 options. I can either loot the map or I can loot you. So I could sit at extraction for 25 minutes, wait for you to come around and take away everything you collected, which is actually a great segue for the next deal breaker. There is no honor system in this game. Having a moral compass doesn't win you any additional rewards. There's no better ending or loot for being a good player, and bad gameplay doesn't get punished. You can put 20 jolt mines at exfil, sit in a corner and wait, and no one will stop you. The loot you get from doing dishonorable things is the same loot that you get from doing the right thing. In fact, you can do all the right things and a guy can still come and drop you, call you a slur, and take all your stuff. And that's just part of the game. People can and will take the easier road of ratting you out. And I'd argue that the game quietly incentivizes that kind of behavior because there's nothing really stopping you from doing it. So don't expect players to play the game the right way or your way or the moral way. And finally, if you're looking for a game with a narrative or an overarching story, this game isn't for you either. Sure, there's lore, but you're going to have to go and read some articles or watch some long YouTube videos to figure all that out. I couldn't tell you what's happening in the game right now. The in-game missions do give you some story progression, but it feels more like dailies than anything else. And to be honest, when you're doing these missions, you're probably looking at the items you have to bring back rather than thinking about why you have to bring them back in the first place and how it enhances the story. The narrative instead are the runs that you make. Earlier on, I said that there are times where you feel like you achieve nothing from the game. That's partially true. With every run, you'll get really good stories to tell. I still remember finding my first blueprint in Buried City or falling down that suicide ladder in Damn Battlegrounds, and the time when I ziplined straight into a team and then had to zipline straight back up. But if you're looking for a story-driven, event-based game, this will not be the right game for you. Not everything is for everyone, and that's okay. Whenever a game takes off and gets hundreds of thousands of players, there's always differing opinions and loud commentators saying how and why a game should change. I've seen a lot of posts about how this game should remove PvP or re-emphasize more PvE, but really this game has delivered on its promise. It's a high-stakes shooter that emphasizes adrenaline and tension over anything else. Personally, I think this game is really fun if you can get your friends together and play it. It's not something I would ever play solo. The losses just feel too crushing, and the adrenaline doesn't make up for the lost time that I spent during every failed extraction. But that's okay. There are 200,000 people online right now who feel differently. These deal breakers that I mentioned, though, are inherently part of the game. The potential wasted time, the PvP, the lack of fairness, or the absence of a traditional story. If these deal breakers sound like they would ruin your gaming experience, then luckily you have plenty of other choices to choose from.